The wildest pilot ever to step inside a fighter plane was a coyote named Jeep, who flew combat missions in World War II. Isn't it surprising? John Wild Bill Crump graduated from high school early so he could enlist in the Army Air Forces. He was sent right from gunnery school to become an aviation cadet and flew 3 different planes during his time in the war, from 1944 through the end. Part of the 356th Fighter Squadron in England, he was in gunnery training out in the desert when a local farmer flagged him down coming back one day wondering if Bill could use the .50 caliber to thin out the local coyote population that was visiting his chicken coops at night. One day, a farmer gave the young man a 2-week-old coyote pup to dispose of, but Crump didn't kill the pup. He adopted it instead. Training over, orders came and Bill was sent to England with the other pilots on the Queen Elizabeth. The newly minted fighter pilot smuggled his pet aboard Queen Elizabeth. By this time, the coyote had a name, Jeep, after Popeye the sailor's pet, Eugene the Jeep. Once on the ship, news of a coyote on board spread, and it worked out well for Bill and his other bunkmates as every girl on the ship wanted to come by and see Jeep. After the pair arrived in the United Kingdom, Jeep was fully embraced by the members of the 356th Fighter Group at RAF Martlesham Heath Airfield. Like any other soldier, Jeep had his own dog tags, logbook and immunization record. John started taking Jeep along on the low-altitude missions. He ended up flying 5 combat missions with him. According to John, one of those missions will always stand out for Jeep saved my life. We were up about 5,000 feet on a mission to Arnhem, Germany when he just lurched real fast. I didn't know what was going on, but I looked in the rearview mirror and saw 2 bursts of flak trailing me. Then I saw a 3rd burst coming up my tail. I broke hard left and luckily it missed. The burst went off right where I would have been if I had not broken away. That night Jeep ate very well. Sadly, Jeep's life in the war zone only lasted about a year. He had been hit by a car. Jeep was laid to rest in English soil with full military honors right down to a 21-gun salute with the pilot's 45s. His casket was covered with flowers from not only the pilots and support crews but from the citizens from the area. Bill went back to England 2 times to visit his friend's grave. Bill Crump flew more than 25,000 hours in his life, but none were quite like his time in Europe as a P-47 fighter pilot. When Bill transferred to P-51 Mustangs, he decorated his aircraft with a portrait of Jeep. Crump died in 2008. Bill went back to England 2 times to visit his friend's grave.